Hello children, today we will revise chapter number 2 is matter around us pure. In this video, we will revise few separating techniques. Now in this chapter 2, we have learned different separating techniques like distillation, fractional distillation, centrifugation, chromatography, evaporation, crystallization, filtration, separation using magnet. Okay, so in this video we will revise few separating techniques. Okay, so let's start. Now the first one is, how is iron separated from a heap of waste materials in factories? Okay, so in factories, you know, they get plenty of waste material, and that waste, it contains iron metal. So how are they going to separate this metal? Now which separating technique are we going to apply over here? We know that iron is attracted by magnet, so it means we will apply magnet. Okay, separation by using magnet. Now, so in factories, scrap iron is separated from the heap of waste material by using big electromagnets fitted to a crane. Now what is electromagnet, children? A magnet which works with electric current is known as electromagnet. So big huge electromagnets are fitted to a crane, and then that crane is brought close to this waste material, and then the iron particles or the scrap ions, it will attract towards the magnet. Okay, the magnet will attract all this waste iron, and then the crane will be taken to a separate place, and all the scrap iron objects will be dropped at that particular place. Okay, so by using electromagnets, scrap iron is separated from other waste materials. Now I'll come to question number 2. How is cream separated from milk? Now over here we will use the separating technique, that is centrifugation. Now what is centrifugation? Centrifugation is a method for separating the suspended particles of a substance from a liquid in which the mixture is rotated at a very high speed in a centrifuge. Okay, so we have a machine called as centrifuge machine, and the mixture is taken in that, it is kept in that centrifuge machine, and it is rotated at a very high speed. So what will happen? A force, okay, centrifugal force will act on the mixture. So all the heavy particles, it will be pushed at the bottom, and lighter particles will float on the top. So in this way we can separate two materials. Now in case of milk, okay, so milk will be taken in containers, and that container will be placed in a centrifuge machine. Okay, and then the milk will be rotated at a very high speed. So what will happen? The centrifugal force will act. The milk will separate into cream and skimmed milk. Now what is skimmed milk? The milk from which fat is removed. Okay, so you'll get cream and skimmed milk. So the skimmed milk will settle at the bottom, and the cream, being lighter, it will float on the top. So in this way, the dairy people, they can separate cream and milk. Now look at some applications of centrifugation. It is used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine test. Now we know blood is also a mixture of blood cells and plasma, right? We have RBCs, WBCs, platelets and plasma. So again, this blood is taken in a centrifuge tube. It is kept in a centrifuge machine, and the blood is rotated at a very high speed. So what will happen? All the blood cells, that is RBCs, WBCs, being heavier, it will settle at the bottom, and the plasma, being lighter, will float on the top. So in this way we can separate blood cells and plasma. It is used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream. Even your washing machine, it works on centrifugation. Okay, so it is used in washing machine to squeeze out water from wet clothes. You know, the tub in which clothes are kept, it rotates at a very high speed. So during that, what happens? The water is squeezed out from this clothes. Okay, we'll come to the next one. Name the process by which various dye, okay, that is colored materials present in black ink can be separated. Okay, so over here what we have to do, we have to separate dye from dye that is present in black ink. Now black ink is a mixture of various dye. We know ink is a mixture of dye in water. Now for this, what are we going to use? Which technique? Over here we will use chromatography. Okay, so chroma means color and graphy means to write. Okay, so the different color dyes present in black ink can be separated by performing a paper chromatography. Now there are different types of chromatography. From that, simplest one is paper chromatography. And over here we will separate this dye with the help of paper chromatography. Now for this we need a filter paper. Okay, so we will take a long strip of filter paper. Now for performing chromatography, there's a special filter paper. So we will use that filter paper, and we will draw a pencil line on it about 3 centimeter from the end. Okay, so from the end you will take 3 centimeter and then you will draw a line with the pencil, and in the center of the pencil you will put some black ink. Let the ink dry. Then what we will do, we will take a glass jar and we will fill the glass jar. We will not fill it completely, we will only fill the bottom. Okay, take little amount of water and pour it in the glass jar. Then we will place this filter paper inside the glass jar. So the bottom part of the paper should dip in the water. But make sure the pencil line, it should not dip in the water. The pencil line should be above the water level. Okay, and let us wait for some time. Now you will see that after some time the water will rise up. Okay, the water will start rising up through the filter paper. So now as water is rising up, it will come in contact with the ink. Now ink, it contains dye. So what will happen? As water is rising up, even the dyes that are present in the ink will also rise up along with the water. Now the dye which is more soluble in water, it will dissolve first. Okay, it will dissolve faster and it will rise up first and it will occupy a higher position on the filter paper. The dye which is less soluble in water, it will dissolve slowly. It will rise up slowly and it will occupy a lower position on the filter paper. So then what will happen? Once the water has reached the top part of the filter paper, remove the filter paper and let it dry. So once it is dry, you can see different dyes as spots on the filter paper, and they are present at different positions, because that depends on the solubility of the dye. If it is more soluble, it will occupy a higher position. If it is less soluble, it will occupy a lower position. Okay. So in this way, we can separate dyes present in black ink. Now over here, we cannot use evaporation technique. Okay. The next question is how to separate common salt and water from salt water mixture. Okay. We have salt water mixture. From that, we have to separate salt and water. So which technique are we going to apply? Now we have learnt, we know that evaporation, when we evaporate we get salt, right? But over here we cannot apply evaporation technique, because when we evaporate, what happens? The water, it will completely evaporate. So what will be left behind? Only salt. We cannot recover water by using evaporation technique. Okay, so for that reason we will use a technique known as distillation. So mixture of salt and water can be separated completely by the process of distillation. So when we apply distillation, we will get water and salt separately. Now what is distillation? We know that in distillation we heat a liquid. That liquid turns into vapor, and then that vapor is condensed. Okay, when we condense the vapor, we get the liquid back. That is distillation. Okay, so distillation is used for separation of components of a mixture containing two miscible liquids and have sufficient difference in their boiling point, that is more than 25 degrees Celsius. Now over here, if you have two miscible liquids, now what is miscible? Miscible means when you mix two liquids, they will look same. Okay, they will form a single layer. Example, acetone and water. When we mix them together, what will happen? You cannot differentiate acetone from water. They will look same throughout. That is miscible liquid. So using distillation, we can separate two miscible liquids. But there is one condition: the difference in their boiling point should be more than 25 degrees Celsius. Acetone's boiling point is 56 degrees Celsius and water's is 100 degrees Celsius. So the difference is more than 25. It is 44 degrees Celsius. So definitely we can use the technique of distillation. Now we'll see how to separate salt and water from salt water mixture. Now this is the setup of distillation. For this we need a round bottom flask, thermometer, a water condenser. Okay, you can see this is water condenser. Now over here this thin long glass tube, it is called as water condenser or Liebig's condenser. And this long glass tube, it is surrounded by a thick, can you see this thick, a wide glass tube, that is called as water jacket. The purpose of this water jacket is to condense. Okay, it is to cool the water condenser. Now from here water will enter the condenser and from here water will leave the condenser. And then we have kept a beaker over here to collect the liquid. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So in this distillation flask or round bottom flask, we will take salt water mixture and we will heat it. So what will happen? When the temperature reaches 100 degrees Celsius, that is the boiling point of water, so that time water will start to boil and it will form into vapors. Then these vapors will pass into the condenser. Okay, through this side tube, it will pass into the condenser. It will come into this thin Can you see this thin glass tube? Okay, so all the water vapors will come into this thin water condenser. Now the water condenser is surrounded by water jacket. So what will happen? The vapors will condense. It will cool. And we know that once the vapor cools, it will turn into liquid again. So that water, it can be collected in this beaker. Okay, so once all the water is evaporated, okay, once all the water turns into vapor, we can collect the water. So what will be left in the flask? Only salt. So by distillation, we can separate salt and water. Okay, so it is not only used for two miscible liquids, but even we can separate salt water from this simple distillation technique. Okay, I hope children you have understood whatever we have revised in this video. Thank you.